went back home. I didn't like this for Kyrie though, man. Kyrie, you messed my name up, man.
Tell me what's your number.
My number 1 through 10 for the Mavs was like a 4 or 3. This wasn't even underperformed. They did not show up. Like, and I didn't expect that from them, especially under the coach of Jason Kidd. I would think Kidd would have them more ready to play than this. He was extremely too calm while they were getting smacked. And you can't act like Phil Jackson if you don't got Phil Jackson championships. And I got the utmost respect for Jason Kidd as a player. But as a coach, you got to show some urgency. I mean, this is what you want to do it for. You're in the championship. This is when you want it to happen. And if you're acting like you got time, your team is going to follow the attitude of the coach. So, some of this we got to blame on Jason Kidd. He's the coach.
Yep, and just to answer to my own question a few minutes ago, look, the last 5 years, Golden State had it on lock for a minute, when it was from 2014 to 2019. But the last 5 years, it's been the Los Angeles Lakers, the Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors, the Denver Nuggets, the Dallas Mavericks. So we'll have to see what happens next year. But I just want to, for our audience, let them know it's not any consistency in the last half a decade when it comes to the Western Conference champions. Rating the series, you're asking?
Yeah.
Basically a 3. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah.
You could see what was going to happen after game 2. Game 2 was really the deciding factor.
You pulled that shit?
When they didn't win. Game 3. Because you knew if they lost game 3, the series was going to be over no matter what. So, I think that's the deciding factor. I really believe that this series was ranked so low in my eyes and probably a lot of people's eyes because you had superstars on the court, but you had no athletic superstars.
Fuck out of here, that bullshit, man.
Like this.
Yeah.
You ain't have the Kyrie couldn't get off. Kyrie really couldn't get into the bag that he was used to getting into. You ain't have, niggas was dunking, but it wasn't no Ant-Man type dunks. It wasn't LeBron James. It wasn't Steph Curry hitting threes from when he take one dribble over half court. It wasn't Kevin Durant hitting it from 35 feet 16 times a game. Exaggerating, of course. But at the end of the day, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are probably two and if I had to compare them, I'm not going to put them in the same category, but it's almost like the San Antonio Spurs. They didn't have that much. I'm not saying they can't dunk or jump or anything like that, but they're not known for dunking on people, to jumping over people, etc. And that was one thing about the San Antonio Spurs. Probably the most excited player on their team was Manu Ginobili. They called Tim Duncan the big fundamental because he killed you with fundamental. Tony Parker was a great point guard, one of the best. But he wasn't jumping and dunking over people, over niggas. So when you're talking about rating this championship, I think it was a great series, especially if you're a basketball watcher or somebody who loves basketball. But for the general fan that's just watching because it's the championship, it was nothing athletic that stood out to them, be like, what the fuck am I watching, so to speak.
So is Joe, how you say it, Mazzulla? Yeah. Is Joe Mazzulla the best black coach now?
Is he the best black coach?
Are we ready to say that? And that's a good question.
You saying racist? Why you gotta be the best? Why you can't just be the best coach? Why you gotta be the best black coach? That's reverse racism.
No, I mean, like when Ty Lue got his, when he won the championship when he was young, because he's like the best out of all of the black young coaches.
He's trying to say all the niggas. There's a lot of black coaches now. It isn't like before where it's just one or two black coaches. You got Mike Brown, you got the former coach that's in Houston now that was coaching Boston before this. Right, you got Darwin Ham who just recently got fired. You got Monty Williams. It's a plethora of black coaches, so if you're going to ask the question, I wouldn't make it black or white, because if we say he is the best black coach, who's the best white coach? And then we'll say who's better out of those two.
Well, I meant like in that class of, you remember Ty Lue won his at a very early age.
Right.
And I don't remember nobody else. But
No, listen.
as a head coach.
No, you're right. Listen, I don't even think Ty Lue was 35 years old.
Yeah.
I may be wrong. I'm not sure because it was a while ago.
Well, you know, when he won it, everybody was like, oh, you know, like we speak of Tyrone Lue up here, that is what it is, like a great, brilliant coach. So I'm saying, are we now putting Missoula in that same seat?
I think he's a great coach because you got to think about this at the end of the day. He inherited a team with probably 2-3 weeks before the season started last year. He didn't go into training camp last year. We're saying, this is my team. Homeboy Ikadoka, whatever, no disrespect, he got fired. They played. Do you want to coach the team? He says, yes, I coach the team. 2-3 weeks before the season starts. So he still gets them to the Eastern Conference Finals. They lose. His second year in, he wins the championship. So he's been to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years in a row as a head coach. And in the second year, he wins a championship. And what I was saying last week was that, and I don't know this for a fact, but I see it. When they came over, they giving him the file. And even though he's locked in as a coach, at the press conference, he's saying everything right. He has the right posture. He has the right attitude. He says everything correctly. He's close to these niggas' age. Al Horford might be older than this nigga, if I'm not mistaken.
So he's no more Udoka's little man.
Just how we drew it up.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't have never said he was Udoka's little man. I would have just been like, yo.
He was an assistant coach.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I got done with you cutting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm no longer your little man.
Okay. I never knew he was considered his little man.
You know how niggas feel like you took over the team because I left. No, I got it done.
So I'm actually your assistant. Of course, Sam Cassell is Joe's assistant. Is Sam Cassell his little man?
Can he fire?
That's crazy. What's so Sam Cassell? Joe Missoula, little
No
man.
disrespect.
That's it. You a wild man. You want to know? You a wild man.
Yeah, y'all left me off with bad and bougie yesterday. I'm here today.
He fired. That's his little man.
He fired?
I have nothing to do with this.
No, I love Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell. I think Sam Cassell should be the guy for the Lakers job.
You said that?
Yeah. So he's no more his little man.
You know what's crazy? Is I seen Shannon Sharp. I seen a clip. I actually didn't see the whole show. And he said, I don't know why they're not giving Mark Jackson a shot at coaching the Lakers. And I'm like, yeah, I wanted to tell Shannon.
Shannon said that?
Yeah.
Shout out to Shannon,
Yeah,
man.
Shannon, we got a petition going on. Why don't you put our petition for Mark Jackson to be a head coach again in the NBA on your platform so we can spread the word out even more? I know we have a great platform up here, but the more people know that Mark Jackson still wants to coach in the NBA, the better. And thank you for shouting him out the other day and saying he deserves a chance. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Shannon. There's water under the bridge. We ain't got no problem.
What problems do I have?
Okay, and then to answer y'all's questions, because I know we touched on a lot of different points here. So at 35 years old, Joe Mazzulla is the youngest coach to win the NBA title since 1969. Ty Lue run it with one at 30. Watching.
So that was a good question.
What was
Bro, you talk too much,
You
bro.
actually see the best black coach.
Y'all saying about the fight yesterday when I wasn't here. I heard a lot was said when I wasn't here. I just wanted to
You sound like a snitch.
Yeah, niggas saying I was ducking smoke because Frank, you know.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of people savagely saying that watch things. I actually screen saved some of this. I'm going to show you exactly. I'll put it up for Nick to put on the screen. Somebody said, I can't wait for tomorrow morning, which was yesterday morning. When Mace come into work and say, I know I picked
That's
Mike,
one.
I knew
Fuck nigga.
Tank was going to win. I actually screenshotted, so they were saying that they can't wait for the flop to go down because
Why did you make me do that?
you're gonna say I picked up I know I picked Martin, but I knew Tank would win. They had that. Matter of fact, here it is, right here. One of those situations, the expert is wrong again. Use code CAN.
Oh my God.
I picked Martin, but I knew Tank was going to win. Let's wait for it tomorrow. This is actually.
Well, that was actually whoever wrote that actually because that's exactly what I would say. Black Mama Boo, listen, that's exactly what the expert should say. I knew that there was a chance he was going night-night, nigga. I knew he was going, you know, but he had a puncher's chance if he kept moving, but he was moving too much. I didn't tell him to move that much. But shout out to Frank. He took the fight, but he took the fight too early.
Yeah, we discussed this yesterday. None of this shit worked. He didn't show up. Now,
I sent the nigga Maurice, right?
What the most guy?
If you watch this, Maurice, when you
Cooking y'all
me, wear the hat, man. You coming in without the hat on, doing your own thing. I told you to sit there with the cowboy hat, and when Camp asks where's Mace, say I'm filling in for Mace.
you know what's crazy about that murder is that I didn't want Maurice to do that, but when I had my stuff done, when I was running late, he had a whole attitude with me. when I had my nigga filling for me. Matter of fact, let's go to the videotape real quick, nigga, and see how mad Mace was when I had my stuff double filling for me. Now he wants more. Let's go to the tape because he was pissed off and threatening to leave the show.
That's two.
I'll take fucking two, man.
Man, hell no.
Man, just play. All we have to do is play. What is that, man?
So how are y'all feeling today?
I'm not doing that. I'll leave. I'll leave.
Well, let's just get into
Put that good,
But let's get into the Celtics. The Celtics each have one match.
But I'm not good with that, Chaz.
3-1. Do y'all think it's not
No way.
Give me that back.
Yes, that. I'm gonna leave.
Right.
Real. Gentlemen.
Like, I'm the only nigga on the team that got defense. That's it. Oh, that's me. Hold it, bro. Just break it down, bro. You can see.
Yeah, y'all gotta be serious. For real. And I be respecting them.
Good rip. That's how you fucking rip a nigga. He on Snowflake. He pulled that bitch on Snowflake.
See, that's why Mo needed to do mine. He needed to show with the hat. Imagine if Mo would have been there with the hat. He said, I'm filming that for Mace. It would have been funny. You missed the mark. You didn't even talk about educated. Maurice, I'm putting you and Cameron together on this.
Actually, this may stay back on the flight for a minute.
You are so.
We already
I swear, this kid really taking on what you guys said about the fight.
we talked a lot about also outside of the fight. Possibly without Floyd, already without Floyd. Leonard Ellaby not being with Team Mayweather anymore. Leonard Ellaby and Tank possibly being cool with each other. Floyd Mayweather teaming up with Richard Schaefer. It was a lot going on.
Oh, you missed it.
Twitter, Floyd putting on his Instagram story that the night of the fight, that the fight is canceled. What do you think is going on between Tank, Al Heyman, Leonard Ellaby?
Got him.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm saying,
Got
I
him.
don't like it for Floyd. I don't like it for Javon.
Got him. Got him.
Because when you really think about it, it makes Floyd look like he's saying.
You supposed to pass that back.
Like, he's moving funny, so I don't like none of it because I mean you understand this, Killer. You help people out, they get on their.
Got him. Got him.
Like you ain't do what you did. Like I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that for Javante because I don't know his situation with him before, but I don't like the way it looks. You know what I'm saying? It's even, it never looks good when you're turning against people who do it. It just never does. It don't matter if I do it, if you do it, if somebody else do it. From the optics, it just looks horrible because
Snowflake missed it again.
Javante is showing people.
That bullshit the fuck out of
it. Watching the show, I was like, oh, Killer sounded like music. You did a good job. You did a good job. I was proud of you. I was looking like, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Yeah, this thing. It's coming around. No matter how much money he's getting, he would get more with. You get more collectible calls because whatever money they give us for all you guys out there, no matter what money it's individually, that's so they don't have to pay us the real amount. When you stay together, you get the real amount. Look at Rock Nation. Look at Rich Paul. Whenever we break up, niggas could pay one.
And the winning streak continues.
That's what we're talking about. So even though people feel like, oh, I'm about to get this amount, well, with what Floyd knows he's supposed to get, it probably will be more money. But if Floyd is acting like a sucker, I got a plan. Listen, fight each other. I'm putting that on the table. Javante versus Floyd. We can cut all the smack out. You think you're the face of boxing? He believes he's the face of boxing.